Hi, my name is Mary Spender and you are watching Tuesday Talks. And in this week's episode, I'm going to answer some questions. First up, questions from Patreon. What are your impressions of being a podcaster thus far? What aspect has been different than you expected? I didn't expect so many people to listen. Honestly, everyone who has listened to the podcast, I really, really appreciate you. It's just a bit of fun. Like this week's episode, I have my best friend and we talk about nonsense, and then we talk about some really beneficial stuff, not just for you guys, but for me, like selfishly. Like, she is also a creative. Her name is Sian Lewis. She's amazing. She's a published author, and we just talk about how to work best as a freelancer. So it's been a really enlightening experience so far. You should check it out. How long did it take you to write LIC and get it to the point you were pleased enough to release? Wrote it in 2010, maybe earlier, maybe began it earlier, finished it maybe around 2010, only released it properly this year. It's a long time. Hello Mary, so do you like British or American music? I never think of it as British versus American or American versus British. I just listen to what I like, and you should do the same. It's been great to see how you train your guitar playing and learn new songs. What about singing? Do you have some kind of routine? Do you regularly try to pick up some new technique? I haven't really been training singing-wise for the last 8 years. I am seeking singing lessons now. I want to study classical music again, just for my own sake. I'd love to hear about your songwriting process from the initial concept through to completion. And do you also come up with all the production ideas as well? I like working with mixing artists rather than producers, just currently. That's just, I enjoy producing my own work. I like engineering it myself, doing it here in this room. I actually just got something very new, the aux box, so I'll be able to record guitars better because I'm in rented accommodation. And yeah, like production ideas, I do come up with ideas, but I'm always open to new ones, especially from a professional mixer. And yeah, initial concept, I sit, I feel something, I write a story, use my acoustic guitar, and I write a song. I like discovering new music. Mary, who else should I be listening to? Can you name some artists that you particularly like, but which I probably haven't heard of? 2 artists. Laura Jean Anderson, Reese Lewis. Love both of them. When you write a song or have a song idea or even just a riff, what is the process you go through to determine if it is good enough? Do I like it? If I like it, if it inspires me to write a song, I finish it. If you don't like it, then just save it for a rainy day, record it on your phone, write down some lyrics, write down some ideas, but just put it away because it might be useful later. Always be writing. It doesn't matter if you're writing like a tiny 10-second passage or a full 5-minute song or 10-minute song, whatever you're writing, but just always be writing. Just give yourself a chance. Otherwise, you're never going to write something perfect first time. And one thing that I definitely have a pet peeve about is when people are like, oh, I wrote this song in 20 minutes. You're like, yeah, cool, you wrote that song in 20 minutes, but all the other 10,000 hours that you put into songwriting also benefit that song. So be putting in the hours. Practice, practice, practice. Always be writing. Have you experienced any musical artistic effects from your proof of sweat journey? Discipline. I've just become more disciplined, more productive. I feel better. Yeah, I love proof of sweat. I love doing it. I'm learning to take it a bit easier. My body is just telling me to slow down a little bit, but just listen to your body, go and work out. It's really good, not just for your body, but for your mind. Musicians, we need to look after our minds. Anyway, I love proof of sweat. Thanks to everyone that has been showing me their proof of sweats. I really, really find it very, very inspiring. And it's very selfish. I want everyone to feel better about themselves in so many different ways. You have mentioned in several videos being inspired, influenced, impressed with other artists. I wonder which of these inspirations has been the longest lasting for you. Is it because of the oral landscapes they create, lyrics, the completed composition? I would say it's usually about the creative decisions they've made to have long careers. The ones who stick in my mind are the ones who just keep putting out music, always. always on the road, always performing, always creating. So yeah, Katie Tunstall is, you know, she's been in my life for so long as an inspiration, and then to finally have interviewed her is just incredible. Joni Mitchell has been in my life, like many of your lives, forever. I can't imagine a life without Joni Mitchell. And, you know, other songwriters like Mark Knopfler, like, just, they have had such a legacy, and they will continue to have a legacy because of the work they put out so consistently. Now over to Instagram. What kind of music do you listen to while flying in an aircraft? I listen to a lot of podcasts, so I prefer podcasts over music when I'm flying, but otherwise I listen to a lot of new music, a lot of new pop music. When did you start playing guitar, and who inspired you at the time? I think I was 12, and bands like Sum 41 and The Offspring really inspired me to pick up the guitar, plus Matt Bellamy in Muse. Where do you get your songwriting inspiration? Heartbreak and locations. Any tips practicing singing and playing at the same time? First step, you have to be able to sing and you have to be able to play guitar separately, and then you can start putting it together with a really, really simple song of something you know really, really well. What do you like playing more, acoustic or electric guitar? I love acoustic for songwriting and electric for performing. Any particular guitar on your bucket list? It's gonna have to be a Gibson 335 or 330. That's my next guitar. That doesn't mean it's happening anytime soon, and I haven't found the right one with a slim neck yet. So it's a process. It's gonna be a few years. Don't get any ideas, like it's gonna be a journey. Was it ever hard for you expressing yourself playing guitar or talking on camera? Yes. I mean, I've made mistakes even just making this video right now. So yes, it's another thing you have to practice, and then you will get better, but you just have to make horrible, horrible mistakes, and then you'll improve. Ooh, this question's really, really important. Crisps or chips? Crisps. Always. Crisps are my thing. Salt and vinegar crisps. Oh my God. I mean, that's my drug of choice. Favourite artist of yours that would surprise people? I'm not ashamed to say I love pop music, but right now I am completely involved with Talk Talk. Love them. Love their songwriting and their production, and it's just great music. Final question. How tall am I? 5'6.5". The 0.5 is incredibly important. It's incredible to receive your questions. I really, really appreciate it, whether it was on Patreon or Instagram. Thank you. And subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, comment below with something you have learnt, and I will see you next week.